what is your kind of life now as you sit here? Because like I say, you still look like, obviously we call you 50, but I'm saying you still look like Richard. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what is your daily? What you say? You plan out your meals. You do all that stuff. You still live that regimented life now.
Quarantine's been a bit different. It's been a bit hard not being able to get into the gym and maintain certain things. I do stuff at home, but it's just not the same. But pre-quarantine, I was regimented. Train in the morning, have my foods, get enough rest, train my clients, and have that lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. I always say to people, training for me is not just something I do. It's a way of life.
Training wise, obviously maybe you had a little blip when you was younger where you just kind of dropped it out, maybe just doing press ups in your room every now and then or whatever. But you're still taking it. You must have been taking it proper serious. Maybe not for competition. You maybe you're eating not as clean or whatever. But would you say that discipline come from your upbringing?
Yeah, definitely my dad, 100%. Like, instilled in me, like, to be regimented, and that's how I am with my meals. I time my meals, so I'll be like, okay, 9 o'clock I'm having my breakfast, 12 o'clock I'm having my second meal, 3 o'clock I'm having my third meal, 6 o'clock I'm having my last meal, and then after 8 I'll probably have some fruits and some cashew nuts and stuff like that. So I'm very strict, and cause, I want to be the best. I want to be the best. I'm competitive when it comes to this bodybuilding thing. I'm competitive. If I see somebody going gym and they look good, I'm like, okay, I've got to up my game because they're catching me up. So I'm looking at it like that.
Okay. So have you always been competitive?
Always.
So obviously, from running, from weights, from I don't know, being on roads, whatever it is. Okay. Is that something that you instill in your children?
Definitely. Always tell my kids to do your best and be the best at what you can be. Even if you didn't get the first place, when you tried your best, there's always next time where you can improve on and look at what you've done wrong and say, what could you improve on?
I've always thought that if you get like, I don't know, maybe an advert, you get paid, like it's a long-term payment plan, or maybe it's a one-off payment, and then with like a TV show, like if you're on EastEnders, for example, they would how does that work if you're going to become a I don't know, whether it's an extra, whether you've got a speaking role, whether you're, however it works, is there a difference?
Pay fee, payment wise, So if you're an extra, you're just an extra, but then there's walk-ons, which is a bit more like a grade 2, and a feature, that's like the main, like you're featuring in the episode. You got your work, you got your script to learn and stuff like that. So then you get paid on that pay structure.
Okay.
And you've more than likely got a cast for that role. When you're an extra, you're just an extra. Like a company, like let's say for example, a company called Mad Dog will call you and say, we need some people in the background. You're an extra. Nothing to worry about. But when you're a feature, you've got an audition, and you've got a contract. And then they tell you the contract's they're gonna share it for 6 months. If it does well, they're open to renewing your contract and they pay you that. But it was a thing of back in the day, they used to pay royalties for each advert being showed, but companies can't afford to do that now. So they just figured out, let's give them a one-term, one fixed big lump payment, and that's it.
Okay. So would you say that's more your focus now?
Definitely that, and my baby, which I'm opening up a studio up in Shoreditch. So that's a very important aspect of my life now. Personal training studio. So I'm looking forward to that business venture. Should open up next few months.
Exciting times. Exciting times. I'll be down there. You making me into a chiseled version of myself. What is love?
an expression of feelings between a person in an environment. Say, for example, love for the family is telling you, you know, I'm not happy with what you're doing, but telling you in a way where it's blunt, but it's not. It's offensive, but it's not offensive. Get what I mean?
Okay.
Love is being open and honest with someone.
Okay.
Regardless of feelings, you can be yourself.
What is commitment?
Showing that you are willing to put time, effort, love into an agreement.
Okay. It's almost like standing by your word, almost.
Definitely.
Okay. This is more selfishly for me now. You obviously, maybe you ain't trained at the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
You looking at me, I'm unfit now, right? The three most important things for someone like me or me, let's make it just personal, for me to do to get on the road to being athletic. Strong as well.
Yeah,
you know?
alright.
I don't want to be a whippet. I'm trying to bulldog it out there.
Yeah. Routine. Training's routine. Gotta get into that routine. And once you do it for more than 6 weeks, it's a habit.
Okay.
Fact, scientific fact. If you do anything for more than 6 weeks, it's a habit.
Okay.
So routine. Diet has got to be spot on. Like, to make the difference, you could do whatever you want in the gym, but if your diet ain't on point, your body ain't gonna change. And
before we move on, when we're talking about diet, when you say diet, are we talking obviously cutting out, I don't know, sugars and refined starches or whatever? But like, is there a formula that I can use, or is there a calorie number that I'm supposed to be under? Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'd say 2,500 normal man for a man, healthy man.
Yeah.
Normally, how I measure carb, how much carbs I should have. My palm.
Okay.
If it's bigger than my palm, it's too much carbs.
Okay.
And protein, double the size of protein.
Okay.
Protein's the muscle that builds, strips fat. Have more protein, less carbs. Definitely, you see a change in your body.
Okay. Okay. What was the third thing? You said routine. Diet.
Commitment.
Okay.
Definitely commitment. You're committed to make your body change. It's a commitment to yourself. You know, before I got into it properly, I'd go to the gym for 3 months, then I'd stop. But I had these crazy genetics that I can maintain myself. But I said, no, I'm going to commit myself. Sorry, then I'll do it for 6 weeks, Then I'd stop. But I said to myself, no, I've got to get past this barrier and do it. So I gave myself a 6-month challenge. Got to do it for up to 6 months. When I got to that 6 months, started enjoying the feeling, just enjoying the change in my body, and stuck with it.
Okay. Okay. If you take yourself back to that moment where you held your first daughter, your first child, for the first time, and if you could go back in time and talk to that version of yourself, what are the 3 bits of advice you'd give him?
Listen to your elders. You don't know it all. Focus on your loves. Focus on what you love doing.
Okay.
And invest in property.
3 good pieces of advice. What message would you give to your child? Because like you say, you speak, you and your daughter, for example, you've got a close relationship. I'm presuming it's pretty flowy, like you both kind of share. But like, is there? What would you say if there was no barrier? There was no kind of concern about how it would be received. What do you think is the most important thing that your children need to hear from you that you maybe haven't had a chance to say?
I think the biggest thing would probably my kids would probably be they don't understand me that I'm into the training so much.
Okay.
Yeah, in the terms that it takes up a lot of time, a lot of commitment for myself into this, and I try and instill it in them, but it's a bit different. They're not really sports orientated and stuff.
Yeah.
Dad's here, they're you know. I say the message I'll say to them is,
How would you explain that to them? Why training is so important, or why training takes up so much of your time.
I say it's a passion. I love it. It's who I am. From being young, it's who I am. But it gives me that feeling, that enjoyment, you know, the endorphins you get from when you train, that feel good factor. Despite what maybe family may have said to them in terms of me being overcommitted to what I do, I always have that love for them as well as training. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that would probably be the training side of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think there's ever been a time where they've, or maybe not just them, but people question your love or your care for them, or where the priorities maybe
100%.
just so okay.
100%, yeah.
So that's something. Has that been like a something that's a common theme?
Yeah, definitely.
Throughout, like
yeah. Common theme in you don't make time for me. I've always said to you, my training comes first, and that's not going to change. And I always let people know who I was dating and I was in long-term relationships in. My training always comes first because this is who I am. If you like the aesthetic, you have to appreciate. To be aesthetic, it takes work, it takes commitment, it takes drive, and it says a lot about somebody when they go to the gym. It shows that they're committed. It shows that they've got these transferable skills that can be good in a relationship. So they start thinking like, actually, it makes sense what he's saying.
Yeah.
So these skills that I'm showing and putting into my body, I can transfer them into you, but you just got to give me that time. Let me have my time and I'll give you your time.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think definitely discipline is something that is shown when somebody trains and like looks the way you look, obviously. Alright, is there anything you would want to ask me? We'll round it out on that. I'm an open book. I thought, let's see if there's anything there.
What aspects of fitness would you like to get into?
For me personally, when I've had this conversation before, the best word I can use to describe is performance. Like for me, it's not about aesthetics necessarily.
Yeah.
The reason why I want to train now and commit for the long haul is because of performance. Like if I looked exactly as I look now, but I could bust that window and jump out and like do a mad roll and be healthy and pick up this and throw that over there and I wouldn't care. For me, it's all about performance. So that's why I want to train. And that's why I want to eat right, and that's why I want to do all these things, because I've when I was younger, I was never really cut or nothing like that, but I was able to do things. Now, getting a bit older, my ankles, I've broken that ankle a couple of times and this wrist and like over the years, now it's just like gets cold and my ankle starts playing up and I need to strengthen the stuff that I can strengthen and be able to perform. So that's really why that's my motivation for, I'm doing my little bit of walking and I'm cutting my calories down significantly over the past few weeks. I put on so much weight over the yeah, man, like even that I was, the only thing that stopped me was like I went on the scales and I realised I was like 6 pounds under the heaviest I've ever seen on the scales.
Okay.
And I'd lost a little bit, like obviously when I got married and I put in a little work then and I was training and going to gym before work every single day and doing all that. And then got on scales and I was like even now, I'm over 18 stone now. And like there's hardly any of that's muscle. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot. It's just soft, isn't it? So gradually, I've cut down my calories to a mad number, and it works. If I walk and I do my thing, so yeah, that's my motive. That's my answer to that question. See, when I do the description and all that, can I put your socials? Can people contact you?
Yeah, definitely.
People want to talk to you about maybe coming to your studio, you being you training them.
Definitely.
I always say to people, man, if you wanna see a crazy Instagram, somebody who's committed and literally trains, go on your Insta and see you doing your workouts. Obviously now it's different because it's quarantine and that, but as soon as the gyms are open, like that's the Instagram to look at if you want to see. It always surprises me sometimes, like where I see like you don't just do, you look to the untrained eye, you look at you and you think, oh, you're just banging nothing but big heavy clang all day, and you bang them heavy weights, but also I see you doing other weights and certain movements and you know, so I definitely say that it's definitely your socials is definitely one to have a look at, and I'm presuming when your studio is open, that's the first place to go to look to see all that information. So I'll put all that stuff in the description of the video. I appreciate that. Appreciate you for doing this. Yeah, man.
That's good.
We'll do it again. Man. Love, man. Big up. Too much information.
Yeah, nice one.
Big up.